What's up, guys? It's your boy Ty, and I appreciate you guys coming to check us out on the podcast. Today, I got a guest with me, Sandra. It's been a while. What's up?
It's all good, Ty. Good to see you again.
All right, and you know me and Sandra, we do have that chemistry. Make sure you guys go back and check the other podcast episodes that we have together. They are definitely something that you might want to check out.
Yeah, don't miss it.
Yeah, and be sure to check out Sandra. She is awesome at the short stories on our sister podcast, Generational Ministries Podcast. You guys can check that out on YouTube, Spotify, everywhere you listen to your podcast.
Thanks, and I hope that you can give me a little feedback on it, and it's something I've been doing a while. So I really enjoy doing them, so I hope that you enjoy listening to them.
All right, so you guys make sure y'all check that out. And you can check it out in the description. You'll see links, and, make sure you follow us.
All right.
All right, now let's start tonight's topic. It's never too late. We want to discuss the fact that when it comes to dreams, goals, anything that you really want to do in life or anything that you want to change in life, it's never too late.
Yeah, if you have a burning desire, and that desire is what's going to push it, because if you really don't want to do it, let's face it, you're not going to do it. But if you really got something that's burning your soul, I just really believe that it's not too late until you're gone, and if you're still here, you got a chance to hit it.
As long as you're still here, you hit it right on the head. I believe that as long as you keep waking up every morning, you have options, you have decisions, you have a lot that can change your day based off how you choose to go forward with that day. The way you wake up, what you decide to dedicate your time to, that all plays a factor in whatever you're trying to achieve or change or just your whole situation.
Yeah. And
as long as you're waking up, it's never too late.
And a lot of us women, I'm gonna say us 55 and over, sometimes we start not to like the way we look, way certain things are fitting or hanging. Yeah, it's still not too late. Now, you might not look like you did at 25, but it's still time, to eat better. And, now at this age, it's more about your numbers, your blood pressure, your weight, your sugar count, and that's very important because that extends your life. Really making it not too late.
And one thing that you're touching on too, the physical, the beauty, the old, the wrinkles, and all that's gonna come, but a lot of people achieve great things late in their life.
And they never saw it coming.
And, some never see it coming. Some actually work hard and hard and hard. And then they finally have that breakthrough later in life. Yeah. Or they might have been sent here to teach someone else what they were trying to achieve, to pass the baton. Then that was their calling.
So true. So true.
Like I know a lot of those trainers, boxers, and people that actually play sports. A lot of times they are trained by coaches and stuff that didn't make it big. They might not have went to the league. They might not have been that top boxer, but they're teaching boxers and hoping to, maybe be one of the ones that lead the next top boxer to the champ, to become the champion.
It reminds me of the movie Rocky.
Right.
The little dude, he probably could knock a crow off a wire, but he could teach a guy how to be a top boxer. And it was a movie, but that stuff really happens. Like Ty just said, it happens
all the time. And think about even, you want to actually talk about teaching people. Think about the coaches in schools and things like that. A lot of times those coaches, they play football, basketball, or something like that. Yeah, they might not have made it to the league or something, but imagine how they would feel if their legacy was teaching the next LeBron James how to play basketball. Oh man, I was having him run up and down suicides when he was 12. Things like that. So you never know what your actual calling and
some people have the ability to spot greatness in other people. And no matter what age it is, you can, like if you're a teacher, you can spot a teacher in another teacher. You know, you can spot greatness in a small child. You can look at that child and say, you know, it's something peculiar about that kid. And then you start to introduce things to them and train them. You know, that person that's doing the training probably, you know, maybe a little long in the tooth, but they have spotted something in the child that's going to be greatness for the child, and it'll keep their legacy alive.
Yeah. So there's a lot of things that you can do, like I said, every day when you wake up. But right now, I want to point out some people that have had awesome success late in life. Maybe you guys probably know some of these people on this list, but I'm just gonna name a few. Like the actor Samuel L. Jackson. You know, he's been acting for a while. Did you know that he didn't become an A-list actor until he was 40?
I did not know that.
Until he was 40. And he's been in a lot of different movies. But like I said, until he didn't hit that A-list until 40. So think about that. So yeah, Samuel L. Jackson, he was a social activist before he turned to acting in 1970. In 1980s, he started doing small roles, but he blew up in 1991. And he was 43.
Wow. So I don't think 43 is all that young to be starting up some, but you know, they'll just let you know.
And then you talking about acting, you know, acting. When you think about actors and acting, you all about your looks. You all about why you fresh, look good.
Yep.
So you want to be out there in the field acting in your prime, you know? Most of the time, your prime. And someone else, I don't know if you guys know, maybe some people might know. Hopefully our audience isn't too young. They don't remember I Love Lucy.
Lucille Ball?
Yeah.
For sure we know Lucy.
Lucille Ball. So I remember watching that show all the time. I would have never thought that she was 40. Started that role as Lucy when she was 40, and that blew her up.
Yeah.
So she was acting small roles, and
for a woman too. Oh my gosh.
You know, most of the time it's all about beauty and looks when you're acting.
Yeah.
And 40.
That was a tough time for women, I'm sure, because you know, most of the time, like Ty said, you want to do it in your bloom of life.
And we got to actually talk about one of the people that I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys know, Viola Davis.
You know, I didn't know anything about Viola Davis until I think it was something came on TV about How to Get Away with Murder. Was that her?
Yep, How to Get Away with Murder. I think the first time I seen her for real was The Help.
Yes,
she was like a maid. Yeah, I remember the end of the movie, walking down the street and things like that. Yeah, The Help. That was in 2017 though. So she blew up when she was 43.
And now you can't turn around without hearing something about Viola Davis and her sisters and in the it's another couple of women that's about her age that's doing the same thing. I think we're in a movie with Taraji P. Henson.
Oh, you talking about Hidden Figures?
Yes.
Yep. All of them girls started blowing up. And again, that's like later in life. Well, you're not so cute as some people would say, but I don't feel that way. I think that you can be beautiful at any age. Yeah. You just inside. Yeah. So it's not always about that. And the last people, some of the most important people I know for us in the U.S. are our presidents. Yeah. And our presidents' average age is 55. 55.
Now that I did not know.
Man, 55. You telling me I'm gonna hit my greatest feat at 55? Sometimes I don't
looking to retire.
I don't even know if I'm gonna live to 55. Sometimes
exactly. You be so tired in your 40s. You be like 55. I ain't trying to work nowhere long.
But you get one of the highest honors in the U.S. is to lead the whole country at 55.
And I'm saying it looks like it's not that hard when you have all those aides and this person is run and fetch that and carry this, but just looking at a president going in and looking at him coming out,
Obama.
Yeah, you can obviously see the stress that job carries. Cause now I'm not talking about a brother, but President Obama had, a lot of dark hair when he went in, but when he came out, man, that joint was Snow White. So I'm pretty sure that was a stressful job.
He probably said he ain't coming back. And then our current president is 78 years old. When he got into office, he was 78.
Because I think he's a little older than that
He
now.
might be 78
he been
years
in there,
old.
what, about 3 years?
Has it been that long?
It seemed like it.
I don't know.
Maybe not 3, but
3 years?
I'm saying that it's
So
been some minutes.
He went in at 78, so he's about 80.
Hitting about 81. Now at 81, I fully expect to be laying in peace.
81 years old, our president. So again, it's never too late.
Hey, if that don't say it all, I don't know what to do.
Never too late.
Now I got a few people in the Bible. I like to kind of take it to the word.
Take us to the word.
Now in Moses, I know everybody know about Moses. Moses was the great leader of the Israelites that led them out of bondage, and Moses did not start doing that until he was 80 years old. He spent the first 40 years thinking that he was a prince because he was adopted by the Egyptian princess. But he killed somebody and spent the next 40 years in the backside of the desert. Then he saw the burning bush in Exodus 3 and 26. And at that time, he was 80 years old. For the next 40 years, he spent leading the people out of Israel. And he died at 120.
At 120.
120.
So he started leading the people at 80.
Yes, he did. Now, I ain't trying to go nowhere walking at no 80 years old.
he got to be fit. But
he had to be fit, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And then we had Abraham and Sarah. They were trying to have a baby. And in Genesis 21:1, Sarah gave birth at 90. And Abraham was 100. 90 years old and 100. Now, I don't know whatever you feel about the Bible, that's your thing, but that's what it says in Genesis 21:1. Okay? Going to the book of Luke, we have the cousin of Mary, the mother of Jesus. In Luke 1:36, Elizabeth was old. They said she was in her old age when she gave birth to John the Baptist. And now, I don't know about you all, but I don't think that'll be one of my goals when I hit 90.
Yeah.
And then I actually know a person, she was a girlfriend of mine, I won't call her name, but she had a son, and I think it was about 15 or 16 years later, she actually thought she couldn't have any more kids. I don't know why, when she already had a son. And she gave birth to twins, and this is somebody I actually know.
And how old was she?
She was in her 40s, and she had a set
But
of
that's
twin girls.
that's a blessing there.
Yeah, for her. It was a blessing.
That's a blessing. She didn't think she could have them. So.
Yeah, she did not. She didn't think she could get pregnant. I don't know why she didn't, because she had one child, so I don't know why in the world she didn't think she could do it again, but And my last person is Methuselah. Methuselah lived 969 years, according to Genesis 5:27. Didn't say he did anything great, just lived. So I would like to think that you was doing something with all those years.
Yeah.
If you live in 969 years, it should be some list of what you're doing or what you did. Did you help somebody, in their life to do better? Did you, were you a giver, help somebody along the way? But it just simply said that he lived 969 years. That's a long time.
Long time.
Yeah, that's a long time. So I would like to be trying to do something.
So with that being said, like I said, it's never too late. And if you have something that you want to do, you definitely have to make sure that you're working towards it and making things happen towards whatever it is you want. Like I said, if you woke up this morning, it's never too late.
And Ty, what about this? What if you've gotten to 50 something and you really, your life haven't turned out like you thought. You got a little debt, you know, you got a few things that you did not accomplish, and you know, things in your life is just a little messy.
You can make a change.
Well, that's what I want to know.
But you gotta, again, it's hard work. Some people think, you know, things are just gonna change for them if they just wake up and keep doing the same thing over and over. No, that's not how it works.
Yeah.
To actually accomplish something different, a different result than you had the previous days or the previous months, you have to do something different. You have to do something different and make sure you are putting dedication towards whatever it is you want to do.
And stick with it.
Yeah. Like, again, the people that go back and go to school, for example, it's not too late. And yes, you can be 40 and decide you want to be a lawyer. You can do that, but you have to understand you got to go to school for that. So you got to be willing to put in the work for that. Whatever you want, I don't think it's just going to fall into your lap. Anything.
No, not
like,
worth having.
No matter how hard you pray or try to manifest it or whatever you do, you are not going to achieve it unless you put in some work too.
Like, you can't just say, well, man, I need to get these 20, 30 pounds off, but yet you haven't made any kind of change in your diet. You haven't made any kind of change in your exercise routine.
Yeah. You
just still, I just don't care. And then you care when it's time to go to some wedding or something, you can't get in the dress.
Yeah.
You know, you care then, but you got to care every day.
Every day.
You got to put that work in.
I would like to say I'm blessed, but something that goes along with me being blessed is I put in the work.
I see you going to work.
You have to put in the work too, so I understand certain people have certain circumstances and they can work hard and maybe not see a result, but most of the time, if you put in that hard work, you will see results.
And you know what, Ty? I think the most devastating thing to anybody's life is when they look through the window. And by that I mean, I'm just looking at your life, thinking, oh, he got it easy. Ty, he living well. But Ty gets up and go to work, and Ty's wife work hard. It's not that somebody's just chunking money in Ty's pocket. Ty is working hard. His wife is working hard. They're making good choices toward the future. They invest. It's not that easy, but just looking through windows will really get you down if you're not putting the work in. So, look inward. It's like, what can I do to better my situation? And I may never get to where my neighbor is. But the thing is to be satisfied where I am. To meet my goals for God's will for my life. And once you do that, you can be happy when you see someone that's better off than you, because this is the thing. Anybody can be better off, but they're not better than. And if you just keep that in mind, you can be happy for your neighbor, and you can be growing yourself. You can grow. It's not too late to make better decisions for your life.
Better decisions, career changes. I did have somebody else. I don't know if you know the Dr. Ken John. He's a comedian, a little funny guy. He got his breakout role from being on The Hangover, I think.
He jumped out the trunk.
He's a doctor, though.
I did know
He's
that.
a doctor, and at 40, he decided to do comedy.
He wanted to make somebody laugh.
Yeah, even like money, doctors make money.
Yeah.
But, money probably...
It wasn't fulfilling him.
He wanted to do
person.
something different.
Yeah, I like that.
He wanted to do something different. Money wasn't the reason for whatever reason.
It wasn't his motivator.
And look, he's famous. He's on every show that, like, what was it? I think about The Masked Singer. But he's on a lot of little talk shows and Masked Singer, and he's well known.
Yeah, and that's another thing, Ty. You want to be happy, and if not happy, at least content, because happy seems to think that something has to be happening, but joy and contentment, that's just that inner peace that you have with your life and the things that's happening for you. And you like I say, you may never be a millionaire or whatnot, but you can get to a place where you are happy in your own skin. Happy with what your choices are. Happy with what you're doing, with your contribution to life, your life, and the people around you. Because you gotta contribute.
Yeah. You got to. You gotta contribute, put the work in. And I'm thinking about it's never too late. Look at what we doing right here.
Yes.
Who would have ever thought we'd sit here and be able to express ourselves in the form of a podcast and give it to you guys? But I don't know about Sandra, but it's just as fulfilling for myself when I create. I hope someone listens, but it fulfills me just by doing it. It's a stress reliever. I can actually put my thoughts down on something and I can give it out. If you guys vibe with it, you vibe with it. But it's something that
still keep doing it.
Yeah, hopefully, it might, and some might pop off later, but look what we're doing. I would have never thought, I would have been able to get this out in this form or put this out like this. So, and
wow, Ty, you know what? You just hit on something. I wrote some of my short stories 20 years ago. And then I started having a lot of trouble with my health. Back problems. And I was like, I can't travel around and do this. I don't even know why God would give something like this to me. But I kept the faith. And here, all these many years later, here in comes Ty, my son-in-law. And I get to read my short stories out, and I'm like, Ty, if nobody hears them but my little grandchildren, I am fulfilled, and I believe I have fulfilled my calling, because he just told me to write. He never said that I had to do it. I'm talking about God. He never told me that I had to go this place or that place or have this big worldwide ministry. He just told me to write. And by doing that, I was blessed to be able to do this. And I love it.
Put it out to the world.
I love it.
Yeah, and they are great. Make sure you guys subscribe to the Generational Ministry and check Sandra out, because she is awesome on that.
Hit my little plug in.
Yeah, gotta throw it in there.
You have really inspired me with this one, Ty, because I really, as far as being too late, it's a lot of times I have actually thought this or that was a little too late for me, but when my little grandchildren came on the scene, it's like it just opened up a whole new world. I never thought that I would live to see my grandbabies. And if I do nothing else, if I just can inspire them to be great, that will be beautiful.
And with this podcasting and things like that, you're gonna live forever. Your stuff will be out there for years and years. Immortal. And
that's so cool.
Yes. So it's never too late.
And really believe that. You gotta believe it. You gotta hear it. You gotta take it in, and you gotta believe it with your heart. If it's something that you have a desire to do, whether it's going back to school, like I said, whether it's as simple as getting your numbers better with your health, it could be anything, any desire that you have, that you feel like is God's will for your life, put the work in. Because as Ty said, it is never too late unless you are, 6 foot under, then it might be a little too late.
Yeah.
But while you're living, it's good.
Yeah, if you wake up, you have a dream, a desire, work towards it.
Yeah, wake up and work.
Yeah, and just remember, it's never too late. All right, we appreciate you guys checking us out on the podcast. Make sure y'all check Sandra out. Make sure you subscribe to the channels, both channels. Make sure you guys give us feedback, because we do like to see when you guys have something to say, and we'll talk back.
All right.
Appreciate y'all checking us out. Peace.
All right.